the kind of craft work that I would point aspiring actors towards. Is you know, I mean, it's, we want to get really nerdy. Any other actors in the room? Is this
Anybody?
Yeah. So I come from the Uta Hagen world just because it's both imagination and personal experience. And if you are familiar with Uta Hagen's books, I would recommend Howard Fine's books because he's done his like the relay and sort of updated. What?
I wasn't rolling my eyes.
It's been very informative for my work because it's updated it for actors working on camera and in voice work too. So yeah.
Yeah. No, it's important to do all the. I mean, I remember being in high school and rolling my eyes at table work, you know. But then it's like so important to do that and kind of. I mean, that helps you. What we were saying earlier, get into the humanity of the character.
I've just never answered a Uta Hagen question at a panel. It's really exciting.
I know. I'm just razzing you.
Yeah.
Well, next I'm about to do the Marcel Proust questionnaire. So.
Oh wow! Excellent. Here we go.
One of, or both of you, I can't tell which of you is the dominant in the relationship.
Show us.
So, Nicole from Southport, Michigan. If there was to be a live-action movie, season, whatever, would you want to play your characters, or is there someone else you'd rather see step into the characters for live action?
I don't know. I think we definitely want to do it. Come on.
Yeah, just us.
Yeah.
Lots of prosthetics or mocap or how like.
I don't know how they would do it, but you know what? Just what was really cool this past on the April Fool's Day launch, the announcement was there was a half-hour special that was a stage play of different vignettes from throughout the various seasons, and it was all live action.
Anyone see it here?
Yeah, it was delightfully bizarre and weird, and all the credits to the actors who took part in that. And so there were like 6 or 7 different actors stepping into the role of Rick, all with kind of a different spin.
I love the one guy had his hair that was like literal
actual
spikes,
spiky hair, and other
3D.
people wore masks. You know, it was
so cool.
There was a Shakespearean delivery of the 100 Years speech.
Yeah.
There was
but it was one person as Rick and Morty.
Yeah,
so
it was like
cool.
a cabaret exotic dancer as Mr. Nimbus doing a thing. It was very fun. Like a live explainer video of how to do a plumbus. They did so they were taking bits from the show and then doing it on stage. It was one of the most brilliant pieces of stage art. And if I watching that as just a fan, I don't know, that kind of brought me back to just like how I felt watching the show before I was involved in it. It was a very fun new way of seeing it.
Yeah.
So I guess what I'm saying is I'd be fine with other live action Ricks in that way.
Yeah,
It was so
absolutely.
cool to see. Again, the role is so much bigger than one person. It always was. And wherever the multiverse takes us in the future, I think is very cool. But maybe when I'm as old as Rick is, I could continue on.
2 more years.
Actually,
Well played. I think we have time for a couple more questions. Let's go all the way in the back.
My name is Luke, and I live in Michigan. My question is, what was your favorite episode you've ever made?
I've been talking too much.
No. The favorite one I ever worked on, and I think this is also Ian's, if I'm not wrong, but it was Unmort Rickon, which was the one with Evil Morty and Rick Prime in season 7, episode 5. Because it was just like, what a treat to be able to play these different versions of Rick and Morty, and it was like nonstop action, and like also as a fan, reading the script and being like, oh my god, like this is happening, and it's really in the middle of the season. I couldn't believe it. So it was just a surreal experience.
Yeah, I think Unmort Rickon was probably my favorite to record in season 7.
Favorite episode yet to come.
Yeah, I might get my answer. Yeah. So I mean, season 8's got some great favorite moments.
So what exactly happens in the one that's your favorite from season 8?
Good question.
Exactly.
Can't blame me for trying.
But there were so many different versions of our characters in Unmort Rickon, and I think it was fun to try on the different hats of there was a James Bond Rick, a nerdy Rick. There was
I love listening to those.
Little subtle differences. So one thing that is public that I can talk about, they released some artwork for season 8, and among them were a couple different kinds of Rick. One of them is Boss Hog Rick. And all I'll say is I had a real fun time doing that one.
I love
so-
Boss
Can I just say that was
Tune
the
in.
second Dukes of Hazzard reference in this panel?
Oh yeah, you're right.
It's on my
Weird.
notepad. Yeah.
That's
I
right.
believe that's a callback.
You're gonna love
Rick.
Boss Hog, Rick.
Okay, two questions. First one is a little serious. You were saying at the beginning about, oh, sorry, my name is Titus, I'm from Southfield. You were saying about like getting used to your own voice and when doing voice acting. But how do you, what do you tell us for people who like don't like the sound of the voice, especially if the sound of the voice on recordings?
Stop. Just love your voice. It's yours.
Yeah.
No one's gonna have it.
Look, it's your voice. So yeah, embrace it. Embrace it. It's hard. I get it. You know, everyone has things about themselves that they hate.
Yeah, I don't mean to be so blunt. There's a great Bob Newhart sketch where he plays a psychiatrist, and he just goes, "Stop it! Stop doing that." You know, that was his only advice. But yeah, no, if it's stopping you, if it's getting in your way, find some things that you love about it that keeps you coming back.
But
to it.
also, the more you do it, the less you'll hate it. Trust
Right.
me.
Right.
It's just because you don't hear it enough. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
And the second question is, for a little sketch, the two of you, your two characters are in 1977 at the premiere of the original Star Wars. Go.
Are you pitching us on a bit?
I believe he's directing you.
No, this guy just tried to portal us to first of all, I don't do time travel. Alright? So get this 1977 shit out of here. Oh, I gave him a fucking lightsaber.
This is great. For the rest of the goddamn night. Thanks. I appreciate it.
Wait me up when we have a Jar Jar Binks.
Okay, yeah. All right.
Thank you.
But yes, learn to love your voice now.
Yes, you.
Yeah, I'm Chris. I'm usually next to her. I just wanted to know, was there something that they ever asked you to say that you were like, no, I'm not gonna say?
Oh, that's a great question.
I said whale jizz pretty quickly. No qualms about that.
Was there anything?
I don't think there's anything that you could tell me on that.
No, you see, we had to
Whatever.
sign these contracts.
Yeah.
We have to say anything. I've had weird fan requests before. That's for sure. Not like Star Wars.
No.
but yeah. those I've had maybe. Not.
Yeah, well, of course.
Much stranger premises have been thrown at you, spontaneously, I would imagine. Than 1977 Star Wars premiere.
Well, you know, there are some fans out there who I think have an attraction to Rick the character, and I think there's just, you know, I think they're hoping that, you know, Rick has an OnlyFans somewhere out there.
Never say never.
Yeah.
I think we have time for probably one more question, and then we got to conjure Pinhead in here, so.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Raven, Michigan. How was it hard to come in and take over somebody, you know, the iconic roles of Rick and Morty when the original voice actor was no longer able to do it? And were you afraid that the fans would not accept you as Rick and Morty?
So two parts. I think, you know, the big shoes to fill part. We love the characters as well. So just to want to do justice to the stories that we were already following and loving. It's a big undertaking, but we also weren't in a vacuum. We had a lot of people who knew this show, who knew these characters.